Hey guys, this is Reed here bringing you episode 24 of Contest Coding. Today's problem is unknown unknowns, and basically you're going to be filling in this chart of Boolean, true and false, and plus a wildcard X value, and putting it into code. Pretty simple, and here's how I'm going to start. I'm going to take all the input, parse it in as strings, so I'll have a key, and then 1 and 2 depending on for my other two values. Then I'm going to write two more methods in a second that are going to do the OR condition and the AND condition. So I'll do OR 1, 2 and 1, 2 like that. And that should print it out whenever I get around to finishing up these methods. I'll have an AND one first. And we'll start filling that in right now. So Boolean A equals 1 dot equals true. So I'm assuming that X's are counted as falses, which works for how I'm going to write the second part of this. Then what I'm also going to do is I'm going to have a condition to catch the cases that don't fit that. So if 1 dot equals X or 2 dot equals X, so if either of those are X's, then I'm also going to check and see, we'll close that, and we're going to do if neither are X or neither are F's, because if it's an F it's automatically going to be false. So if neither are false right here, then I know I could save to return X. Now, if that condition isn't true, then I can simply return A and B, letting it do its own Boolean logic, and return true or false, depending on how that comes out. And that should get the AND cases. Now the OR cases. String OR. Why is that all formatted funky? Oh well. Then we're going to have the same thing, Boolean A. False, because this time we're assuming it is true always, and the opposite there to make it get the right Boolean value, because I want it to be false, not true. And then we'll throw back in our not sign. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to ensure that my extra cases, which are described here basically, the two X's, make sure those always pass. So the only time that these will pass is if 1 dot equals X or 2 dot equals X. So when one of these is X and one of them is also true, or when both of them equal X, which will be the next one down. And 1 dot equals false, so false. So X and F right here will be what's getting caught, because one of them is equal to X and the other one is equal to false. So that will catch that one. I gotta make sure I have all these parentheses right. Be careful with this, because there's lots of parentheses and stuff that you're going to have to worry about. If you have one missed parenthesis, the code will not compile, or it probably won't compile. If it does compile, you're going to have errors anyway, so make sure you check those very carefully. I'm going to count my parentheses real quick. Yeah, it looks good. I'm going to return X. Now if 1 dot equals X and 2 dot equals X, then pretty simple, and I can just return another X. Now you could potentially combine this into one if statement, but it's really not needed. I mean, you could if you want to try and make it really fancy, but it's more confusing the more things you combine into one statement. And now I just do my OR condition, same thing as above, true, false, like so. And we're going to save this, open up terminal, compile. Uh-oh, there we go. Didn't count my parentheses properly. Line 43. We got one there. Probably need a second one at the end, and probably the exact same thing. We'll try that again. Yep. So there you can see that the parentheses are a big deal, and now it gives me false, true, and X, which is the correct output according to the sample output. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you understood most of what I was doing. A lot of this is just complicated or relatively complicated if statements and Boolean conditions. I use a lot of the tertiary token, which is the question mark and the little colon, to make it a little bit smoother and less lines of code to write, because I'm really just assigning certain variables to it, so it's really simple this way. If you have any other questions, feel free to send me a message. Thanks for watching.